Hey guys, today is going to be my 7th week of pregnancy update for baby number 2. My name is Sandy-Kaye if you're new here, and I have an 11-month-old son named Trenner with my husband Jordan of 3 years now. So let's dive in. This week the baby is the size of a blueberry and the eyelids are forming and partially covering the eyes. The baby's face is tucked over the heart. And your baby has doubled in size in just 1 week. So really growing a lot this week. I'm using the Baby Center app, and here's what baby looks like this week. Let's dive into questions that I'm going through for me. So how far along am I? I am 8 weeks actually today. Total weight gain, still none. Maternity clothes. So I did actually pull out some maternity yoga pants just because they're so comfortable, and I'm actually wearing the same ones I filmed in last time. They're like my favorite ones for all pregnancy and postpartum. How are you sleeping? I'm sleeping better at nights now. Like, I'm not having as much insomnia just because I'm so tired throughout the day. I've been falling asleep pretty quick, and I've actually been taking naps more throughout the week because I'm like tired by 10 a.m. because I wake up at 4:50 with my husband who goes off to work earlier. So I have been taking advantage of taking naps. Best moment this week, I'd say watching my son stand up without holding on to anything. He's been like holding on to things and standing for a while, but now he's finally had the courage to let go and stand on his own. So that's been fun to watch. Missing anything? I would say just runny eggs. Yeah, I just like eating runny eggs, and it's something you have to give up during pregnancy. Food cravings, I've had a lot more this week. We went to a cabin with a family this weekend in Utah, and I was enjoying, my mom had Halloween candy, so I was enjoying Reese's, and she made these amazing pumpkin muffins. And then just being back home, I've been craving like these dried mangoes. It just has like the perfect sweet and tangy, and everything but bagel seasoning was good. Anything making you queasy or sick. Some days around dinner time, my stomach will get like queasy for whatever reason, but usually it won't last too long, which is nice. Or I just use the restroom and then I feel better. Gender guess, I'm still thinking a girl. Symptoms, so this week I've had dry skin and lips still, but definitely not as bad as last week. It seems like it's getting better, and thankfully my acne is clearing up too. I had it like really bad around my mouth, and it's now starting to clear up, so really grateful for that. Peeing all the time, like way more than my first pregnancy. I just feel like I'm constantly peeing. Like, I remember my last pregnancy, even camping when I'm like 37 weeks and not having to wake up in the middle of the night. Like, I don't even know how, but like I was never having to pee when we traveled too, because we're like out in the boondocks, like in nowhere in rural Nevada, and so we would drive 2 hours to see my husband's parents, and I wouldn't even have to pee that whole trip. So things like that, just crazy, but I'm peeing a lot more this pregnancy. And boogery nose. I feel like I'm blowing my nose constantly, and we're actually out of tissues right now, so that is like really inconvenient. And burping lots, like especially after dinner, like at the gym last night with my husband, I just like kept on burping. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm not a burper, like pre-pregnancy, like I never had to burp, so that's definitely new. Fuller breasts, but still not tender while I'm breastfeeding. So that's kind of something I was like concerned about, not sure, but I actually haven't had any tenderness while nursing my son. It's just pretty much felt the same. So grateful for that, knocking on wood that doesn't change. And then heightened smell. So actually when we were at the cabin with my family, we were watching a movie together, and all of a sudden my brother's like, do you smell that? And just me, like the pregnant heightened smell person. No one else knows I'm pregnant in that room, but I'm like, yeah, it smells like burning plastic. And so I went and checked the stovetop to see if it was still on. It wasn't. And then we go downstairs, and my mom had put like a glass bowl you know, like those scentsy wax things that like melt to help the house smell good. It did smell good, but the fireplace that she had set it on, like the fire's inside and it was just like warm on top, but it had gotten pretty hot, and so it had melted in that glass bowl and it started evaporating and smoking like the whole house. It was so smoky downstairs. We quickly I grabbed some hot muffins, like put it outside. But anyway, I'm like, well, I'm grateful for my heightened smell because actually usually I have a pretty sucky nose. So that has been a thing. And then I wanted to start comparing this to my first pregnancy, and I guess for this week I wasn't very good at taking notes, but something that was cool is that I had my first ultrasound at 8 weeks and 3 days in my first pregnancy, and then in this pregnancy I'm going to have it at 8 weeks and 2 days. So pretty similar on timing. And I just put that I started keeping saltine crackers on my nightstand around 7 weeks. So thankfully I haven't really had to do that, and I've still been eating a little later, around 9, sometimes around 8. I started kind of feeling shaky this morning, like from not eating breakfast, like because I was starting to eat it earlier at 8, and I was like pushing it back more till 9 just because it was kind of more of a busy morning, and I started to feel shaky. So definitely going to try and eat breakfast a little bit more early. Happy or moody most of the time. I would still say happy, but again, like at night I can kind of get a little grumpy or moody just because I'm getting tired and I'm ready for the day to be over. And then looking forward to anything, definitely my ultrasound is going to be in 2 days, and I'm just so excited to make sure little Bean is implanted in the right place and the heart is beating and just everything looks good. So I'm so excited to see our baby in 2 days, and in the next update I will let you know how that goes. All right, so the last thing is the bump date. Here's the bump for this week. Still, I didn't say it, but still bloated this week. So there is my regular belly right there. All right, see you guys. Hope you have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.